What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome back to the Bilingual Stock Market channel. Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks and about what happened today in the markets, and also about what is going on in the markets after hours, because we are having a bonanza of earnings after hours. What's up, Mario? How are you? Good
Hey, what's
evening,
up,
bro.
Alva? Good evening. How you
How have
been?
you been?
Uh,
Crazy afternoon, right? Crazy evening, I
yep,
should
yep,
say.
yep. It is
We have a
indeed.
bunch
It
of
is.
companies posting earnings, and most of the stocks that are posting earnings today after hours are going lower. So,
Yep.
what do you think about the stock market rally that we are seeing as of now? The S&P 500 has gone up something like
Uh,
6% in 3 trading sessions. Do you think
mhm.
that this rally can keep on going higher?
All right. So I'm not a big fan of calling the tops, but if there is a reversal in this rally which we are having right now, this will
Mhm.
be a good place to go short at. Because today's close was exactly at 385.29. I mean, like they got rejected at 385.29 and
Mhm.
closed right at 384.92 today. And after hours, they're down back under like 380, back above that 383 zone. So, yeah, tomorrow, if they do push higher, if they get rejected at the declining 50-day moving average,
Mhm.
it will be a good area to
That's an
like
important point,
start.
very important
Yep,
area over there. When it comes,
yep.
Mario, to the most important economic data that we are getting throughout this week. So on
Hmm.
Thursday, we have the GDP report for Q3.
Hmm.
So the markets are expecting a positive report
Hmm.
at 2.4%.
Okay.
So if that were the case, so in the case of the GDP report, Mario, bad news could be good news for the markets, right? The markets are desperately looking for a pivot, for a bus, or the markets are desperately waiting for the Fed to say that they are going to reduce the size of the interest rate hikes. So maybe a poor GDP reading might be beneficial for the bulls. Maybe we can make that case. However, on Friday we are going to get the core PCE,
Hmm.
the personal consumption expenditures index, and that is going to be probably a tough one for the bulls, right? Every single time that we're waiting for any inflation report, the bulls happen to get pied in the face. So, what do you think about the GDP report and about the core PCE?
Mm, all right. So about the GDP, if we get another quarter, I'm expecting another quarter of negative readings, of course, because nothing has changed from the last quarter to this one. So if we get another quarter of negative readings, then yeah, let's see like how the market reaction is going to be, because markets can either take it in both ways. They can just say like, I mean, the Fed is not going to pivot; they're just still going to get hawkish, and the stock market can tank, or like your scenario can play out as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are
what?
going to be like, give me a pivot, give me a pivot. The economy is collapsing. Give me a pivot. Make a pass.
Yeah,
Make a
maybe
pivot.
that might be the top of the yields for a while. Mostly, if we get another negative print, bonds will start to act as a hedge. Mostly, I mean, I don't know. It's just a theory. Like
Yeah.
multiple theories, bond markets should tell the Fed to stop, like not the stock market at the end of the day. So, bond markets are down today, like almost like 3%. Like, sorry, the treasury markets, the yields are
Yeah,
down
but
in 10
yeah,
years.
but despite the fact that TNX went lower today, Mario, it is
Mhm.
still way above 40%, bro. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
this
that is
this
true.
rally this rally is bullshit, bro. Unless yeah, we can see unless we see TNX below 40%, this rally won't go much higher, bro. So from a mechanical standpoint, this rally is unsustainable with
Oh yeah, I
TNX
mean,
trading above 40% or way above 40%, right?
the dominant trend is still to the downside if you think about it. So there is nothing changed from a trend wise. We're still under a lot of moving average, a lot of major moving averages,
And
and
nothing has changed from a fundamental standpoint either. Like
exactly.
zero.
Mhm. So it's just like interesting that they couldn't. It's pretty obvious that it's less probability anyway for them to just like spike it through immediately all the way to like 390 above the 20 SMA. I had this weird theory
Mhm.
about correlating the SPY and QQQ with Dow Jones, right? If you see that June lows, right, when SPY was just consolidating, Dow Jones front ran the steepness to the downside. Like DIA was the first to break the June lows.
Yeah,
If you
it
look
hit
into it, like before.
yeah, the Dow Jones actually hit its pre-COVID-19 high, right? And
Yeah, yeah. So not only that,
it actually broke it to the downside, right? I think.
yeah. So not only that, the point is like Dow Jones is the first to actually break under the June lows, and it was under it for a long time, and then SPY and QQQ followed the suit. Right now, Dow Jones is about the declining 50-day moving average. Is it saying that SPY and
Yeah.
QQQ is going to follow the same as well? Is it like being a leading indicator, telling that the market will push further up from wherever it is right now? We got to wait and see. It's still in a downtrend. Don't get me wrong. It's still in a downtrend. Both Dow Jones, SPY, QQQ, all are in a downtrend in a major time frames, but something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, I mean the Dow Jones has been going higher relative to the S&P and the NDX, mainly because of healthcare, which is a very important sector inside the
Correct.
Dow Jones. And on top of that, the Dow is a priced weighted index, and United
Correct.
Health is a very, I think that probably from a cap weight standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
uh, United Health is the most important holding, or the heaviest holding inside the Dow Jones, and United Health is pretty much at all time high. So that's
Yeah.
the healthcare sector is
Mm-hmm.
a very defensive
Actually
sector that
performing
has
good.
benefited from the fears that we have out there about
Correct.
a possible recession, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Um, yeah, in the
But the
case of
thing is, not only United Health, I mean, United Health is not the only stock in the Dow Jones that's actually looking decent.
mhm,
Almost like 40%. Like United Health is looking good. TRV, Travelers Companies, that is
mhm,
looking good. Procter and Gamble, pretty
McDonald's.
pretty
But
decent.
take a look at
McDonald's
that,
is good.
Mario. So most of the stocks that have the higher price are the
Mhm.
ones that are kind of performing, in an
Yeah,
acceptable way. So
I
and
mean,
and and
if
those stocks
like
are defensives. You're talking
yeah,
about McDonald's, so
most of the
consumer
stocks
staples.
actually the charts are actually looking good. Like
Mhm.
most of the Dow 30 charts are actually pretty decent. And in that, most of the stocks, like almost like 4 to 5 stocks, are near all-time highs. So yeah, it makes sense that the Dow Jones is actually leading the rally to the upside. It does have a huge gap to fill in DIA all the way at
Yeah.
323 and change. So let's see, like even after the sell-off, which has been happening in SPY and QQQ right now, Dow Jones is actually staying relatively flat. It didn't move at all. It didn't flinch at all. It is above all the major moving averages other than the 200, which is at around like 32,000. It's comfortably above the 30,000 level. So we got to wait and see. If the Dow Jones is
Yeah.
leading, then like we can see the same.
However, for the most part, all of these stocks that we just talked about, other than United Health, are
Mhm.
not really very heavy stocks, market cap wise, in the SPY, in the S&P
Oh, no,
500. So the
not
S&P
SPY
come
wise.
if the S&P comes down, then the Dow is going to follow most likely. So,
Mostly, yeah.
um, yep. So, long story short, this rally so far doesn't have a, let's say, fundamental backup in order to keep on going higher. And on top of that, today we had both Microsoft and Google, and mostly Google, posting poor earnings. I don't know if you want to go over Google's earnings report, Mario.
All right. So I want to
You
get
can.
back to that market cap conversation. But for
Mhm.
now, Google is like kind of down pretty much. Like they gave up 2 weeks of gains in a matter of one session. They're under $100, 141, and yeah, they're barely holding on to 97.76. So let's see if tomorrow, if they open near 97.76, and that offers some nice tradable bounces all the way to the this big breakup candle, which brick reversal candle, whatever we have, which is around $98. And yeah, if they hold this as support, we can take this straight to $100 to the upside.
There you go. Do you happen to have the report? They missed across
Yeah,
the board, right? Top and bottom line.
yeah. Top and bottom line, both are a miss. APS missed by 16%, like negative 0.2 miss in APS and minus 1.9 billion miss in revenue.
And YouTube ad revenue came in lower than expected as well, which is a very important metric. We can make the case that Meta is likely to take a hit
Oh,
tomorrow as
yeah, yeah,
well.
yeah.
I mean,
I
Meta
mean,
is actually
all the
taking a
ad
hit
mobs are
after
down.
hours, but
Yeah, all the ad mobs are down as usual. Like whenever like one of these companies report earnings, which is anything related to ads, it's gonna affect like almost all the companies
yeah,
which deal businesses with ads. Meta is actually right now it's trading under the 20 SMA. They lost it in the after hour. Open under 134 might push this all the way down again to like 127 and change.
yeah. This might be a short candidate tomorrow, Mario. So if Google
Yep.
missed on ad revenue, what's the likelihood for Meta to, exceed expectations tomorrow when it comes to ad revenue? I don't know. I'm curious
I
about.
mean, yeah, they can pull
I'm
out a
very
pins.
curious
Like,
about Meta's report tomorrow.
if you remember, I think like 3 quarters from now, when actually the big drop happened in Meta,
Mhm.
I think it's 3 quarters before. Everyone was expecting Pinterest to follow the same, but Pinterest came out and said we're not experiencing any of the issues which Meta was talking about. And then the Pinterest just gapped up crazy high, like 20, thirty
So
percent
do you
high from
think
where it
do you
was.
think a Meta surprise is on the table tomorrow?
I'm not ruling it out because like
Mm.
Google is a completely different company, Meta is a completely different company. So
Yeah,
it's
but
all about the guidance. So
but
Google is not.
we are seeing a slowdown on ad revenue in general terms, right? So the same thing
Yeah,
happened with
I mean
Snapchat.
they
Snapchat
are.
actually withdrew guidance, and now
Mhm.
a very big company such as Google is missing on ad revenue. So I mean, maybe the odds are not really in favor
Yeah,
of
odds are not
Meta
in the favor. I mean, if they do
into
miss, we can
tomorrow's
see a
report. Yeah.
big.
Mhm. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
if we do miss, we can see a big drop to the downside in Meta. That is possible. I mean, especially with it's already down like what 60, 70% from the all-time highs, Meta. So
65% or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
mhm,
So a bunch of bad news have been already priced in. I'm not going to argue that. But
mhm.
the fact that a stock, and we all know that, both of us know that, Mario, the fact that any given stock is 60 or 65 or 70% of the highs, that doesn't imply that
They
you
can't go
cannot go
lower.
any lower, right? So that's
Exactly.
going to be an interesting one. Do you have the
It's short.
YouTube ad revenue information? I can pull it up if you want,
Let me
just to let
see.
the guys know about the ad revenue, which was the metric that disappointed the most the markets. I can
Let's
pull
see.
it up on. Let me see
All right, let
on.
me give you
Okay, let me see if I can see it here, Mario. Hold on. And in the meantime, you can pull up Microsoft, so we can go over Microsoft as well. So yep. Let me see if I have the YouTube revenue over here. Alphabet on October. So Google Cloud revenue 6.85 billion. YouTube ad revenue came in at 7.071 billion dollars. I don't have the competitive over here. Wow, the miss on sales was terrible, Mario. Sales came in at $69.09 billion, missing the estimate of $70.91 billion. And take into account, Mario, that the bar was lowered for all of these companies. So analysts lower the bar, obviously, because the economy is slowing down and stuff. And on top of that, we are seeing some companies missing um, when it comes to estimates. So, I don't have the competitive for YouTube revenue. Let me see if I can see it over here. No, I don't have it handy. I'm thinking they did miss on that metric. So I don't know. I think that we are very likely to have some fun tomorrow. Do you want to pull up Microsoft so we can go over that
yeah.
report and that stock for that
Microsoft
matter?
Microsoft is actually like the first quarter revenue is actually up
You want to pull up the
11%
chart,
year
Mario?
over year.
Because yeah, so
Sure.
you can maximize it and show us chart. There you go.
So the first quarter revenue is actually up 11% and the EPS is a miss. So they did beat on one and miss on the other. You can clearly see like, oh, they actually beat on both. The EPS is
Yeah,
a beat by a little,
yeah,
and revenue is
they did
actually a
beat
beat by a little.
on on top and bottom line. However, they weren't that the demand for personal computers is slowing down, Mario. So
Yep.
that's what the and I guess I haven't taken a look at AMD or Nvidia. I guess
Hmm.
that semiconductors stocks are down as of now, obviously.
Yeah,
So
it is.
a monster such as Microsoft is warning about the demand for personal computers, laptops, and so forth.
Hmm.
So I think that this report of Microsoft, Mario, leaves a big question mark on the table. What is going to happen with Apple? So people are no longer buying personal computers and laptops and so forth, but they are buying very expensive phones. I don't know about that. A bull would argue that people use their phones way more than relative to the way
Yes,
that they
but
use
that
their
doesn't matter though. If
their
they're not
computers,
buying
right?
the new, I mean, if they're not buying the new products, then like the stock is going to take a hit regardless.
So this report of Microsoft, at least from where I sit,
Mhm.
leaves a question mark on the table when it comes to Apple. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So what do you think about
That's it.
Microsoft?
145, 245 is still holding. It's above the 5-day moving average. And if they open above it, they can just go all the way, like about to run a test to this 251. Any open under 245 or any open under the 5-day moving average opens doors for 240 and 238 to the downside again to run a test to this 20 SMA.
Yeah, throughout the last four trading sessions, we saw volume going higher, Mario. That's a positive aspect for Microsoft over there. But now the question is
Still
what the
under the
reaction of the market is going
average.
to be looking like. No, this is I mean, the P ratio of Microsoft is sitting at 24 points as of now. So this is not a cheap stock by any stretch of the imagination, Mario. And this company is
Uh,
warning that that the consumption or that the demand for computers is slowing down. So I don't know. I think that if you have a company such as Microsoft warning about demand issues, I am not going to pay a P ratio of 24 points. At least that's my opinion.
I
Could
mean,
be this is debatable.
P ratios alone doesn't say a stock is a good or bad stock if the macro conditions are not good, though, if you think about it. Baba
Yeah,
is
yeah.
really attractive,
I am
but
saying valuation wise. So you're telling me that a very important segment of your business is slowing down, but you want me to pay a P ratio of 24? So no, bro. Thank you.
correct,
No.
correct, exactly. We just stay away. Like, because
Yeah, take a look
if
at
you
Baba. This is a
forecast,
disaster. Yeah.
exactly, really good PE, really good fundamentals
Oh
and
yeah.
everything, but
Yeah.
the factors which forecast the growth in upcoming quarters is kind of like looking bleak. So investors just started dumping. So I'm not
Mhm.
saying it's going to happen the same to the Microsoft, but the what happening in China is something to keep an eye out for, especially to the
Ah,
companies which
by the
rely
way,
heavy on the Chinese markets.
this company does a lot of business in China. By the way, good point, Mario, over there. Yeah,
Mhm.
Microsoft, absolutely. Enphase Energy, Mario, pull it up.
Enphase,
Yeah,
how are they
the
doing?
Enphase went on a tear as soon as the report came out, and now it is giving back some gains,
Right
I think.
under, yeah, they got projected at that declining 50. So if like, it's pretty simple for Enphase leading into tomorrow. As long as they open about 281, 281.50, they can go on a monster rally to the
Yeah.
upside all the way to like 297 or 300. And yep, that's the trade. Open about 281,
If the
watch out
bulls
for
can
297.
can take out 270. Yeah, I agree
Mhm.
on that. Sure. Do you happen to have the report before we go over to Tesla and we wrap it up?
uh, they it's expected they actually like beat
They
on
beat
both
top and bottom
top
line.
and
Yeah.
bottom, yeah, top
Yeah.
and bottom line both are a miss. They up guided, so it's looking good. The stock price reflection says so.
However, this is a super expensive stock, Mario. Like
Mhm.
super. You're looking at a PE of 300 points.
I
Super,
mean
super
I
expensive
mean
stock.
I
So I know, I,
mean
I know you don't like the valuation bullshit.
nah,
You
not
know that
that.
I love
I
valuation, so this is a
I
very
mean,
expensive stock. That's all
you're
I'm
you're
saying.
you're a Tesla bull.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I know but I do acknowledge that I am paying a premium for Tesla, Mario. So I'm not
Mhm.
gonna argue with someone that tells me that Tesla is overvalued, right? Because that's
Mhm.
actually the case. So
Mhm.
yeah, 270. If tomorrow the bulls of Enphase can trade on good volume and momentum, and if they happen to
Mhm.
be able to take out 270, yeah,
Nah, it's
there's
not
a huge gap.
270. There is this the 50-day moving average is currently at 282.50.
Okay.
If they open above that, then yeah, clear skies all the way to like 297 and change to the
Yeah,
upside.
I
So
think
let's
I
see.
think that I have 275 to 70, but yeah, I agree on that. We have a big gap to the upside if that
Hmm.
resistance happens to be taken out 275,
Yep.
280, something like that. There you go.
Hmm.
Tesla, Mario.
Correct.
So
Tesla.
apparently, Elon is going to be closing the deal on Friday.
Yep.
We don't know yet if he's going to have to damn shares. So Elon said today that the co-investors that are going to be joining him in
Hmm.
this insanity of buying Twitter,
Hmm.
that they have to be ready to pay. They are going to be billed throughout this week.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
we don't know. I mean, for real, bro. This is a mechanical fact that could be potentially moving the stock to the downside, obviously. So if
Possible.
Elon cannot pull off the money, if he cannot
Hmm.
put together the money that he needs in order to pay for Twitter, he's
Hmm.
going to have to dump shares. That's it.
Yep.
You know, he fucked up. He's overpaying for this company, so he's going to have to put the money on the table from his
Yep.
pocket, and he doesn't have the money, obviously, because the only thing that Elon owns is Tesla shares. So that's a factor of concern that could be putting downwards pressure over Tesla in the next few
Correct.
days until Friday, right?
I agree. But I
So
mean, if you think about it, Elon actually almost went bankrupt on
Tesla
Tesla in
itself,
order
yeah,
to save
absolutely. Oh
SpaceX.
yeah,
So
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So what would
I believe him.
what would be your
Like
plan
I
here? Today the Bulls fell at 224, I think. 224, yeah.
yeah, they moved one ATR and then they stalled completely, which is around
Mm-hmm.
like 224 unchanged.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do push above this highs, they can get to this local highs at around 230, which will also coincide with the declining 20-day moving average. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. If we do fall lower, the 5-day moving average which is positively sloping, which is around 217 and change, will come in as support at the first level. Breaking under or opening under 217 opens doors for the same range bound BS again at 207 comes in as support. Breaking under 207 opens doors for 198 again.
What support do you have over there, Mario, for a bounce back up trade with Tesla
This one,
pulling back?
I this one is 198, 207, 207.98. All the
207. Okay. Yeah, I agree on that.
207.98 and
That's a previous
198
support,
are
I
the two.
think. So
Yeah.
any quick visit down to 207, and if we happen to confirm support relative to the indices, might be a bounce back up trade. I agree on that, Mario. Sure.
Correct.
Hmm.
So those are the two levels. Like I have like three levels actually for intraday basis. One at 203.91, 207.98, and 198.83. So
There you
these
go.
three are the levels which I had for in case of a massive sell-off. So these three levels are something to keep an eye out for. But let's see, like it's
In case,
still
yeah,
looking
AKA
legit.
in case Elon dumps shares.
There is a gap fest for the past few
Oh
days,
my
man. If you
God.
look into it, big gap down,
Yeah.
big gap down. Every gap they've been being bought out. That's the worst part. Like, look at today's price action. Another gap down, like on 24th. They bought it right back up. And yeah, let's see how long they can keep doing this. Like gap down, bought back up. One day they're not gonna
Yeah.
buy it. That's when we're gonna sell.
People have been buying the dip until they get a pie in the face. So,
Yep,
yeah,
exactly. You can
exactly.
see this like for the last few days, like on Thursday, huge gap down. They got it right back up. They pushed it right back up. Another gap down on Monday. They pushed it right back up. So let's see how long they can keep doing this. So one day they're gonna stop.
If they are able to keep on doing that. Absolutely.
Exactly. I
And
mean,
obviously that depends on the fact that depends on Elon, bro. If he dumps
exactly.
share, I mean, so
Hmm.
he supposedly needs to sell out of, or he needs $10 billion. That's a lot of money. So Tesla is a $600 billion stock. So $10
Hmm.
billion won't have a brutal negative effect over Tesla, but we could see a $10 or $20 dump if Elon
Correct.
happens to sell out of $10 billion worth of Tesla shares. So
I
we'll
agree.
see what happens. Sure.
I agree.
There you go. Thanks, bro. So we are going live on Thursday. Do you want to
Correct.
maximize your screen? and tell the guys
All
about your
right.
Patreon and about your YouTube channel.
All
Have you been
right.
filming
So
videos recently, Mario? I haven't.
yes, I have been.
There you go. So I haven't. I
It's
haven't.
like
I haven't seen the videos. I will.
yeah, yeah. So
I'm
I'm
gonna take
not
a look at your
uploading on
YouTube
a
channel.
yeah, I'm not uploading on a weekly basis. I'm kind of feeling burnt out for a while, so taking a break. But I did post a video like last week, and from next week, I'm planning on getting back into the schedule again.
Okay. Please send me the links once you have posted the video so I can share your videos with my
Definitely.
guys. And tell the guys about your
Definitely.
Patreon, 3 tiers.
So, mhm. So I do have a Patreon. If you guys are interested, go ahead, check it out. You'll get daily updates on SPY and QQQ on watch list of different stocks, whatever I'm
Full
watching
access
for.
to full access to you throughout the trading session, and a
Exactly.
bunch of very good traders that we have on board.
And Alva is a part of it as well. So go ahead,
Absolutely.
check it
I am
out.
going to I am always available on Discord
Mhm,
in order to help you guys
mhm.
for anything that you could be needing. So thanks, bro.
Exactly.
We are going
No
live on
problem.
Thursday for
Mhm.
the guys of Crisane,
Mhm.
for Christian's group, and
Yes.
after having gone live, I am going to release the video openly on
Mhm.
YouTube. So thank you very much, and let's
No
see what
problem.
happens tomorrow.
Yep.
Thanks, bro. Take
All right,
care.
man.
Bye, guys. Take
You,
care.
you
See
as
you
well.
guys on Thursday. Bye. Take care.
Bye bye.